Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lenny and this is my island Cliffweed. Pretty empty, right? I haven't made any videos about this island yet, but I have been streaming the process on Twitch. You can find the VODs over on my second channel that I will be linking below. I thought we could talk about why I chose to terraform waterscape and plan out the whole layout of the island before I start decorating. As you can see, I did start decorating my entrance, but I didn't even finish it. Like, I'm missing some items over here, for example. And that is because I felt pretty uninspired afterwards after I did this part. And that is because I was overwhelmed. My goal for the island was that I would have one main path that would lead visitors through everything, basically. In the past, I've done some islands with some hidden areas because I just thought they were pretty neat. I thought it would be nice to have some secret areas, but as I saw some people visiting those islands, I realized that they often miss those spots, which made me pretty sad. Because oftentimes they were my favorites on the island. Then I visited a few months ago. I visited this amazing VA. I'm going to link the creator below and also at the dream address. But basically, the thing that I really enjoyed about that island was that it had one main path that would lead you throughout the whole thing, and there wasn't really any wiggle room to move around and explore on your own, which can be nice. But I just really liked the flow of it. It felt so natural. It felt like I didn't miss any spots. And that island was just beautiful overall. So I guess I wanted to recreate that feeling that I had while visiting that island. I just want to challenge myself and do things differently than I would usually do. I did do one island before where I terraformed the whole thing and decorated afterwards. Just to see how it would go. And I do remember feeling that it made the process easier. I like the diversity of things when I play Animal Crossing. I like being able to choose if I want to do interiors or if I want to terraform or waterscape or if I want to decorate. But with my past two islands, I noticed that I've been having a hard time fitting all the buildings on the island. And at the end, I would scramble, for example, the museum and the last corner that I had left. And I just didn't like how that worked out. And also, I don't like struggling with placing down the inclines, for example. This is my island layout so far. I really like how my map is looking. I like how I was able to plan out all the inclines, for example. I just don't like struggling with the amount because we only get 10 inclines and 10 bridges, right? Sometimes making cute areas will use up so many inclines. So basically my main reasons for terraforming my whole island before starting to decorate were that I wanted to have a nice flow and I wanted to make sure that I can fit all the buildings and I wanted to use all of the inclines. Luckily for me, I did have kind of a vision for this island on how I wanted everything to look like. I do think depending on how you want to build your island or what you have planned, it could either work well or it could be a struggle. So let me explain. For example, let's say you want to have intricate terraforming with maybe minimal trees. As you can see, I'm missing a bunch of trees. I haven't placed them all down, but I know I will have enough space to place down enough trees to make it look as natural as I want it to. But when you have a very towny area or towny island, for example, it might be a little bit harder because the items take up a bunch of space. And if you want to do fake buildings and stuff, it could be hard to figure out how much space it will take away. But I always think it's a nice challenge. And you can always change it afterwards if you don't like the layout or if you need more space. You just might have to take it into consideration. I actually just realized that I have an example for the bigger items. As you can see, in some corners for the waterfalls, I like to do this a lot. I added the cave item to make it look like the water comes out of the cave. And I know that item is pretty big, so I did use that in some areas to make sure that I would have enough space to put down that item. That's the only big item that I had to worry about. Really, everything else I would be able to squeeze in. So, although my island isn't decorated yet, I feel less overwhelmed now personally because I kind of have everything spaced out. I can work on smaller areas or bigger areas or just lookouts and landscape them. For example, here I wanted to make sure that I could add a sunken neighborhood, but I also wanted to have some space in the middle and I wanted to add 3 houses. So I'm glad I was able to do that. And these were the last inclines I placed, and I'm really glad that I was able to fit these in. But I wanted to add another incline up here and another one down here, but I wasn't able to do that because we just don't get enough inclines in the game, right? So luckily for me, I was able to remove these cliffs over here and add a bridge instead. And plan that whole area out without having to remove other inclines and other spots. This is one of the, I guess, areas where we would have to leave the main path, but the only way to look at the rest of the island is to go back to the main path, I guess. Not the rock spawning in everywhere. Oh, they look so silly. So I'm pretty happy, even though it's not fully decorated yet. I really like how this island is looking, and I'm super excited to see how I will decorate it in the next few weeks. This was one of the first areas we did, and I'm really, really happy with this as well. Makes me really excited about the whole island. Now we're back by the museum and the little village area, and the only way to get to resident services is to go over this bridge, and by that we will get back basically to the beginning of the island. I also need to think if I want to keep that bakery there. I'm still not sure, so if you have opinions about that, let me know. I was thinking of adding the bakery over in the town area instead, on the left side of the island by the museum, but I'm not 100% sure on what I want to do. So that's it. That's my island so far. I've really been enjoying the process. I've been so happy that I was able to stream it and have people with me while building everything. And I'm really excited for the next few weeks where I'm going to decorate everything. But I thought this would be a nice little introduction for my island Cliffweed. I'm not sure if I will do any further decorating videos. I might do some shorts on the interiors, but if you're interested, please check out my Twitch if you want to see me decorate this whole island. But yes, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thanks so much for clicking on this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.